All right. I don't know how many parts this is going to be because of I'm trying to really cut down my videos to about like 30 minutes a piece, for the most part, until I guess I can, get my channel more noticed and everything. For those of y'all who don't know, my name is Mark. It's funny. Growing up, I never considered myself, and I hated politics growing up. As a kid, I didn't care about left, right, Republican, Democrat. Didn't care about any of that crap. I only care about who my pretty much my entire life as far as paying attention to that stuff. And that has actually nothing to do necessarily with politics. We're talking religion as well. Being a child, going to visit grandma in Northern Virginia on the farm, and being forced to go to church. And my grandmother had one of those old Bibles, like the huge, giant family tree Bible. And I read that. In that Bible, it's one, like, we're talking old. I have no idea where the Bible is today. One of the family members stole it. And in it had Lilith. And I was like, I was like, of course, as I said, forced to go to church. So I was like, who's Lilith? So this was literally my intro. And this is as a 5-year-old into asking a ton of questions, wanting to know what is what, who is this God? Who is this Jesus? Wanting to know things. I've been that way my entire life. So when people try to talk to me about, well, Mark, you're a right winger. And I'm like, I guess I could say I'm a conservative, but I don't really care about really any politics. I could really care less about that. Let me see. I guess I could still say I'm an amp guarder, even though, kind of I've been out of doing it for years and everything for one reason or another. Biggest reason is because I quit. I only did amp guard for the exercise. That's all I cared about, was for the exercise and the fighting. I didn't care about the politics behind it, because it's literally just a bunch of people getting together with foam weapons. And the fencing part of it, that, of course, because being in martial arts, pretty much my entire life, is actually really good. I actually love the concept behind it, not for the nerdy part of it, but for the aspect of the exercise, for the aspect of awareness, combat, hand and eye coordination. I've been in the martial arts my entire life, military, all of that. And amp guard was the most exercise. Because it was fun. You'd be out there. I hate running, but you'd be out there running miles and be like, damn, I ran that much, because you're having fun. But I quit because it became about people literally bickering and fighting over a stupid fake crown, a tin crown. They were arguing over, and bickering over a stupid fake royalty. It was just dumb. It was really stupid. Well, as I don't really like politics. I just care for who has the best platform. I don't give a damn who it is. It could be Bernie Sanders. Oh, Mark, you're not going to change your mind. I will change my mind if you give me enough background behind what you're saying for me to change my mind. You need to prove it. You can't just throw opinion at me. Everyone is entitled to their opinion, but not everybody's entitled to their own facts. I love that phrase because it's true. E equals MC squared, period. You can't change that. There might be little additions you might be able to add to it, like more details, like, okay, you've got red. Now there's different shades of red. See what I mean? So you can't turn around and say blue is red. Once the shade of red completely becomes something else, it's no longer red. Well, it's the same thing. You can't make up your own facts. You have to go, and I live my life. I've lived my entire life. A lot of teachers hated me growing up because I'd prove them wrong. When I was when I joined the military, when I was in basic, I was already 24, so I wasn't some stupid wet behind the ears kid coming right out of high school, you know. And I had already lived a life. I mean, by the time I was already 20, 21, I had already done a lot of things that most people who were twice my age, three times my age, hadn't done because of the fact, I mean, I argued with my mother about that in when I was what, 20, 21. She was like, I've learned all I needed to learn. And I'm like, what? You know you're not immortal, right? For one. Two, you've only lived as long as the age you are in this life right now. So what do you mean you've learned all you need to learn? Now, if you're going to say that just based on you don't want to learn anything else because you don't want to advance yourself any further, then that's fine. But to sit here, but if you're going to try and say you know all, yeah, no, because you can't. It's impossible. As I said, we're not immortal, and you know, you haven't lived millions of years. You know, you're not Vandal Savage. You know, so or thousands of years or caveman, whatever. I don't really care. I love when people try to say where I lean. I guess technically I lean Republican and technically I lean conservative, but they are the ones with the best ideas. Socialism has never worked. It will never work. I love when people, AOC, Bernie Sanders, keep trying to promote socialism, saying, "Oh, no one's done it right." Well, that's funny because Venezuela, when they came along, even famous dumbasses, oh my God, they did it right. Yeah, but they didn't give it time to settle in. That's like you just barely moving into a position. You haven't been there long enough to really know anything. You just got there. You know, you haven't broken it in yet. So, you know, when all these people, oh my God, socialism actually works. They did it right. Yeah, look what happened. Once it actually started getting settled in, that's when it fell apart. And all those famous people who were, oh my God, they figured it out. They did it. Where'd they go? They all disappeared. I love when everybody tried to speak now, interview them. Hey, so what do you feel about socialism now? Get away from me. Yeah, because you dumbasses were wrong. You didn't get it. This is what gets me about liberals. They just want to do. They don't think about any consequences. They don't think about what the future may bring. They just want to do today. So anyway, this particular interview, apparently it's a former liberal. I guess she got kicked out, which is what's been happening to a lot of liberals. Don't y'all realize? You do realize you can't. I mean, this is the way liberals live their lives. This is the way they do things. And I find it hilarious. Who can be the furthest left? Well, I'm more left than you. Well, I'm more left than you. Well, I'm more left than you. You do realize you can't get, there's a point where you can't get any more left. And the example I've been thinking of is somebody who wants, okay, here's a good example from what is it, the third movie of Kung Fu Panda, where he's actually with his dad and they're trying to be who's more lazier than the other. Well, that's liberals. Who can be the most lazy? Who can be the most socialist? Well, you do realize, well, I'm lazier than you. Well, I'm lazier than you. Well, I'm lazier than you. Well, pretty soon you're both laying on the floor and you can't get any lower than that. Well, I guess you could basically say, well, I'm going to stop my heart, or I'm going to stop my breathing. Well, I'm going to stop my heart. Well, I'm going to stop, as I said, again, you can't, there's a point where it stops. You can't get any further. But that's what these idiots keep wanting to do. So I thought about this. I was going to just go straight into the video, but y'all do. It's like they can't figure it out. This is how dumb liberals are. because none of you have figured it out yet. None of you. I mean, if everyone is a liberal, and I'm going to use an ex-girlfriend, Melissa, her sons, as an example, one of them in particular. I can't remember if it was Sebastian or her other kid. I can't remember. They're both idiots. She was finally, because she actually didn't care. She literally wanted her kids to like live with her forever, kind of shit. Just stupid. And I was like, what real man is going to be with you? What real person is going to be with you in a relationship, that is, where y'all have to work, she works, works a lot, as a matter of fact. So you're going to be in a relationship where you're both working, or you're working, but you're getting in a relationship that moves further to where you're going to move in with each other and such. So both of you are working to pay the bills, but she's got two kids, grown, mind you, 20 and 21. I think they're both 21, 22 now, but both grown and not working. Not working, just play video games all day, just eat, sleep, shit, play video games all day. Don't even want to help around the house. All they do is fight and argue. That's all they do. Fight and argue between each other and want to be lazy. They don't want to help out. When she asks them, they still don't help out. When she begs them, they still don't help out. She has to basically be mommy, which grown, mind you, grown men. And mommy, come on. And I'm like, for the first time hearing this going, what the hell? They're not 5. Why are they talking to you like they're 5? Mark, it's okay. It's cute. No, it isn't cute. That is not cute in the least. That is beyond ridiculous. So I'm sitting here trying to tell her, I'm like, no, hell no. If I'm going to date you, no. Now, this is the reason why I brought this up, is because the daughter, who was the youngest, 17, going to school, helping out mom around the house. Her boyfriend was living in the house. They're helping out. They're doing everything that they can. He's doing what he's got to do. He was getting ready to go into the police academy. She's going to school to become a nurse, to follow after her mom. I mean, so the youngest and the girl was actually the stronger than the 2 oldest boys. And I'm like, and see, here's what got me. I still kept quiet until Melissa would basically get mad at the daughter, who was the youngest, for not helping out her brothers. And I let it go for, I can't remember how long. And finally I was like, I can't stop. Nope, I got to say something. And I was like, how in the hell can you justify telling your daughter she's going to school full time? She's getting ready to go to work. She's getting ready to do all this stuff. He's getting ready, the boyfriend / fiance, getting ready to join the police academy, getting ready to go to work, and your 2 oldest aren't doing shit, but you're getting mad at the daughter for not helping out her older brothers. I was like, you seriously are fucked up that you're not understanding this. And until I put it into words, because I said, she goes, well, it's not like she's complaining. She's going to complain. I guarantee you. I was like, do you even not pay attention when I've been there? Do you not even pay attention to the look on her face? Because she's like, Mom, I'm in the middle of doing something. I'm doing my homework. I'm studying right now. Or on the time where she had free time, she was online. She was an actual professional gamer on top of that, making money. Her and her boyfriend, fiance, making a lot of money, as a matter of fact. And I was like, did you not even see the look on her face? Did you not see the look on the fiance's face? Like, damn, how dare you I mean, I understand it's your daughter, but how dare you tell my fiance to help her lazy ass fucking brothers? It was like, So anyway, one of them, I think it was the oldest one, wanted to, because I was like, you seriously are not understanding what's going to happen here. They're going to move out, which means I was like, do you not understand? They're going to be moving out. They're going to be getting their own apartment or house sooner or later here, which means Sebastian and his dumbass brother won't have you around for you to keep getting on her to help them out. What's going to happen then? Wheels went off in her head. Now, mind you, she was very intelligent, but just stupid because she was a mommy, which, not to pick on moms, but a lot of moms are just really dumber than dirt because you let your children, oh my God, my child murdered somebody. Well, it had to be their fault. It had to be the other person's fault. The mommy bullshit that your kid can do no wrong. So she ends up realizing, holy crap, because I was like, look, if you want to be mad at me and we break up, whatever, that's fine. But I just couldn't keep my mouth shut anymore because this is stupid. And so she realized I was right. So she started talking to her boys and was like, y'all realize I'm going to be moving in with Mark soon. Your sister and, her fiance, whatever, because it was boyfriend, then it became fiance, and I think they're married now. But they're going to be leaving soon. Y'all are going to be on your own. Wait, mommy, we're not going to move with you? Which I heard that and I was like, I want to see what the fuck she says. And she was like, no, you're not. It really is time for you to grow up. Now, mind you, I had warned her ahead of time. You have never had them do shit on their own. You do realize that they're going to fight you because you've never fucking made them do anything. Now you're literally going to just kick them out in the cold. I was like, seriously, what is wrong with parents like you? You're not going to live forever. What are they going to do when something happens to you where you can no longer work or you die? Do they think, seriously, have you asked them? Do they think that they're just going to move in with the sister and her husband? And she, as again, like the wheels were going off in her head. Like she was just like, oh my God, I never thought of this. How did you not think of this? Liberals are really just dumber than dirt. They really are. But thing is, you cannot become lazier. Again, socialism. Socialism means no, they don't want to work. They just want shit for free. Here's the thing. If everyone is a socialist, who's going to work? And I'm not talking about your dumbass politicians because they ain't going to give up their money. Obviously, AOC doesn't feel, what is it, 100 grand that I think she makes a year? This dumbass bitch went from a waitress to now making 100 grand and saying she can't live off of it. You got people living off of 25 or shit less than 25,000 a year and doing fine, happy, doing fine. She can't live off $100,000. And here's the thing. Why haven't liberals turned on her? You're not one of us anymore. You're running around with a $500 watch, $1,000 suits. No wonder you can't live off of what you're making. But again, why aren't you shopping at Walmart? Weren't you one of us? Well, I got to fit in with them. No, we elected you because you didn't fit in with them. You got there by not fitting in with them. That's why we elected you. Now you're fitting in with them. Why? What's the reason? You do realize they can't fire you, so the people who elected you would still keep you there. So they're believing your bullshit lie of, I got to wear a $1,000 suit because they're not going to take me seriously. Well, for one, nobody takes her seriously anyway. But the thing is, they had to take you seriously because these dumbasses voted for you. They can't fire you. You would have to be basically voted out. And again, why haven't the liberals gone, wait a minute, she literally changed the moment she got there. Oh, I represent you guys. I'm not going to change at all. I represent you guys. And then got in there and changed the moment she got that first check. And y'all are still dumb enough to believe the shit she tells you. Now, I got a good story. When I was deciding, I forgot how old I was at the time, 18, 17, 18. And I decided to give church a try again. And it was First View Baptist Church, something like that, I think. I don't even know if that church is still there. It was a subsidiary of Regency, basically the whole organization, the 700 Club. It was one of their satellite churches. And I mean, I liked going there. I actually knew the pastor, hung out with his kids. We had a great time, spreading the word and everything, going to Christian concerts and everything. I wasn't a true believer, but it was being around just good people. And that's what really mattered to me, just being around really good people. And went to the pastor's house, mansion, Mercedes everywhere, Mercedes, BMWs and stuff, mansion. And it dawned on me. I was like, whoa, something, hold on. Every time at church, they're asking for people to give what they can. No matter if you feel that you can't, no matter how poor you are, this is for a good cause. Give what you can while living in a mansion. I was like, whoa, wait, hold on a second. So I started paying attention. Their kids' clothes, the cars they drove, And I'm like, so here they are in suits and outfits, hundreds of dollars, a couple of $1,000, shoes, the watches, all of that stuff, while telling the poor person off the street, we can't help, to give what they can. And I'm going, so the poor person off the street has to give his last dollar for the cause while y'all are running around in all this money, literally covered in money, in your outfits, in your cars, in your mansion. So, and this is the reason why I ended up quitting. It was around Easter, and I got a lot of people. I was working the phone lines to get people to come to church, and I actually was the most successful one. I'm a damn good speaker. I've always been a great speaker. And so here I am getting these people to come to church, and it was Easter. So that day of, it's Easter. And sure enough, there were literally homeless people coming off the street to worship because it was Easter. And they're there praising, not there to come in, out of the heat, whatever and stuff. No, they were there worshiping. They were there for the purpose of God. And here he is. Oh, look at look at the people that, yes, come on in. And when it came to the plate, and everything, telling these people to give what they can, and including the people who were poor, to give what they can. And that's when it hit me. That, hold on a quick second. I thought really quick, I was like, wait a minute. You literally just told these homeless people, and I knew some of these homeless people, seen them around, you're telling them to give what they can, no matter what it is, their last dollar, their last cent. And you live in a mansion. I was furious after that and didn't say anything that day, but that I can't remember, I think it was that Monday. I think it was that Monday. I went in and I was like, I need to have a talk with you. And it bothered me. I was like, how are you telling these people to give their last cent coming off the street? This is a genuine homeless person, not a person here like in El Paso where they fake being homeless and they're not. There have been a lot of people here in El Paso that have been caught for fraud. This was a genuine homeless person, seen them around, period, living on the street. Here you're asking them to give their last cent that they begged for or whatever, and you're living in a mansion. I was like, the evil hypocrisy. And that was it. I was like, I'm done with church. I'm done with Christianity, the corruption behind it. Because of man, because of humans corrupting everything.
It was the same thing. What we were becoming homeless and we asked for help, and the church was like, "Oh, we don't have funds to help you right now." It's one of the biggest churches here in El Paso.
Oh yeah, Abundant Living Faith.
That we asked for help, so we wouldn't become homeless.
Oh, that's B. I guess you'll see her on camera eventually when I start upgrading stuff. I own a DJ karaoke company, so I own mics and sound systems and all that other stuff. But as I said, I'm a very simple person. I have never been a materialistic person. I can't stand that kind of stuff. I mean, I will do what I can to build up what I have. Like some of my friends and relatives back home, especially certain relatives back home, say that I'm rich, because I actually have a house, and I was like, I started realizing, okay, then rich is in the eye of the beholder. And I have a lot of stuff, but I worked for it, almost died for it, but I'm going to end this video soon because, as I said, I want to kind of keep them into, at least around 30-minute segments. But I do not, I am a Trump supporter, and I know people, oh, he's corrupt. Okay, he probably is because he's a billionaire. So they've done some shady stuff. You don't make money by being not shady. You can't make a ton of money. You can't make a ton of money by not being shady. It doesn't work that way. You could get by being very genuine. I know a lot of people who are well off, who are actually really damn good people, very good people. Dr. Sam Morgan, city representative for District 4 here in El Paso, Texas, in the Northeast. Great man, very genuine man, has busted his butt for everything that he has. Combat veteran, retired major, Green Beret. That man is a total badass. And he worked hard. Black man, by the way, not white, black. Same way that I feel. These weak ass people, these straight up weak ass Negroes that want to just whine about everything and pretend there's this glass ceiling that the white man put over them. No, you did. You limited yourself. Don't be blaming somebody else for your problems. Who? Point out a direct person that stood in your way. Because when I was going to school, as a matter of fact, let me make that part two. Let me make that into part two. When I was going to school and had to get bused to a black neighborhood, because my dad moved us after he got out of the Navy into a white neighborhood. And of course, busing, so had to get bused to a black neighborhood. But I'll get into that in the next video.